Right, hello guys, and welcome to today's video. In today's video, I wanted to discuss one huge change that Call of Duty could make or needs to make in order to fix Call of Duty and actually improve Call of Duty for the future. Because right now, Black Ops 6 is getting a lot of hate at the moment. A lot of people are leaving the game, it seems, and a lot of it is due to some reoccurring issues that are starting to plague the experience for the casual player, the experienced player, just every single person trying to play Black Ops 6. We're of course talking about skill-based matchmaking, we're talking about lag issues, packet loss, etc., stuff like that, and cheaters, of course. These are all big issues. These are all three main issues that are causing massive issues with Black Ops 6. And I think a lot of this is down to the Call of Duty model, right? And I think there is one huge change that Call of Duty could do. It won't be anytime soon, but I think it is one huge change that needs to happen in the future in order to improve Call of Duty for the better and make it a better experience. So what am I talking about? Well, as everybody knows, Call of Duty releases a new title every single year, right? We get either a Black Ops game, typically, Modern Warfare game, maybe something that Sledgehammer's conjuring up, or, maybe they've been thrown together to make the Infinity Ward's next game. Like, obviously we saw Modern Warfare 3 was the release after Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 3 was supposed to be Modern Warfare 2.0. You get the point, right? But every single year, Call of Duty releases a brand new Call of Duty experience. £60, $60, you name it, whatever. We have to pay £60, $60 every single year for a new Call of Duty experience. And I think the Call of Duty experience being a release of a new game every single year has finally caught up with Call of Duty and its model of releasing games, and is causing more issues than it is helping or giving us a fresh new experience. I think that's the only thing that you can really say that is a good positive when we get a new Call of Duty game every year, is that it is a new experience, right? It's nice to have something different and fresh to play, but I do think there's a lot more issues being caused by this model than there is actually good benefits to it, such as obviously we're having to pay £60, $70, whatever it is, every single year for a new Call of Duty game. Now, this is probably why Activision won't actually ever abandon this model, and we'll talk about that more later. But I think it's something that they need to do, because right now, the devs cannot keep up, I don't think. Black Ops 6 was developed for 4 years. We know this. This is actual knowledge that the whole entire Black Ops 6 game was developed for 4 years. Even though it was developed for 4 years, we can see a lot of issues in this game that are some of the issues that were actually prevalent in previous games, but then got fixed later on in the title. And I feel like that's where we're at Call of Duty now. We get a new game every single year, and it releases, etc. It can either be a really good game, a really bad game. It's kind of how the player base sees it, right? It might be liked, it might be hated. Black Ops 6, I don't think the actual gameplay is overall hated. I think some people have its gripes with Omni movement and stuff. Obviously, it's to make it fresh and stuff. The Omni movement makes it a little bit, different, a unique experience. But the game has some issues that were fixed in previous games, right? There's a lot of issues that, were in MW3 that were fixed later on in MW3. Same with MW2. There were issues that were in MW2 that were later fixed in MW2. But these same things come back in the newer Call of Duty every single year and become an issue. For instance, cheaters at the moment, right? I think we got to a point in MW3 and MW2 where it wasn't perfect, right? It's never going to be perfect. We're always going to experience cheaters, I think, in Call of Duty. I think that's a given. I don't think they're ever going to get it perfect where we can never, ever have cheaters in online experience. There's just too many people doing it right now. But in the previous games, we didn't see nearly as much cheating as we do in the current title in Black Ops 6. And I think a lot of that is to do with the game updating and stuff, the game changing. And a lot of the times, these cheaters, work out very quickly how to cheat in the new game, and then we have to spend at least 5 to 6 months, it seems, or longer, getting an anti-cheat, or Activision getting an anti-cheat together that can actually stop these people from cheating to a decent enough degree that you don't see it every single lobby. Now, at the moment, ranked in both Warzone and multiplayer is absolutely atrocious. I wouldn't even play it. I wouldn't even recommend any of you playing it, because you're just going to face a cheater. And a lot of the time, you can't even tell who is cheating sometimes. Some people are blading, some people you don't know. And right now, the anti-cheat is absolutely failing in this game. And I do think that is because the game, they don't know how to detect cheaters and that. And by the time we get to a point in a Call of Duty game to detect a cheater, it's already the release of the new game. We're 2 or 3 months away from the new release. So releasing a Call of Duty game every single, year is having this effect where I think cheaters are going to get away with being able to cheat at the start of every single new Call of Duty game, because the devs don't know how to detect them quick enough, and then by the time they do, it's too late. Again, we're releasing to a new Call of Duty game. Same with the lag issues. How are we supposed to have servers that can deal with the issue, things that happen in Call of Duty, especially a game like this year, where it's all fast paced, there's movement, there's crazy things going on. when the game has to change so much every year. Like, there's definitely things going on in the background with like code and stuff, and it changes how, like, you know, it works in an online environment. And I think that's how the lag issues happen, right? Some games are going to perform better online just because of how they are fast paced or slow paced, etc. And it's no different. I think Call of Duty changing up the game every single year the way it has done does lead to more chances of, you know, lag issues, etc. Obviously, there is also the fact that Activision could just simply pay for better servers, which they choose not to. That, of course, is one of the things that would probably happen if Call of Duty was just a one and done game, right? I'm talking about Call of Duty being almost like Call of Duty Mobile. That's what Call of Duty needs to become. I think there should be a stage now where Call of Duty actually should have all the developers, such as Raven, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, all working on one piece of the game. And every single year, instead of releasing an entirely new game, right, just keep it all on the same model, keep it all on the same platform, you know, so we can like fix the issues and then have those issues stay fixed, right? Because you wouldn't have to change the, you know, to a Treyarch title or an Infinity Ward title, you know, it'd all be developed on the same title, maybe freshen it up, maybe add something like an update, right? It should be a live service game. That's what I'm trying to say here. Call of Duty needs to become a live service game in order to fix all its issues. And I think it would do more benefits for Call of Duty nowadays than it would a disservice, right? Yes, Activision will lose out on the £60, $60 every single year that they get from people buying Call of Duty every year. And the problem is, because people do buy Call of Duty every single year at the start, Activision's never going to abandon this. As much as I make this video and plead and pray, you know, and probably say to you guys, you guys let me know down below whether or not you just agree or disagree with this. But we want Call of Duty to be just a free game, right? Just Call of Duty should be free to play. It's got store bundles. It's got a live service mod. Like, it could be a live service model, like it does anyway. Like, it releases store bundles like every single day, every single week, etc. It could become a live service game, right? It could thrive off of store bundles. It would probably get more people playing if the fact that Call of Duty was completely free to play, kind of like Warzone is. Like, why is the multiplayer not free now? Why is Zombies not a free experience? I think they should be, you know, free experiences with live updates every so often, like a new Zombies map, new multiplayer maps, new weapons, just something added every single day, every week, whatever it may be. It needs to go to this model in order to fix all the issues that it currently has, I believe. Like I said, we discussed the lag. I think lag would massively be reduced. I think they'd eventually figure out how to fix the lag in Call of Duty if it was just a one and done game, like Call of Duty was Call of Duty, instead of being Black Ops 1 year, Modern Warfare next year, maybe Vanguard this year. Like, you know what I mean? It just changes so often. I don't think the devs can keep up. And I think the devs should also be specialized onto certain things. Like, I don't think you guys would agree or disagree with this, but Treyarch should be on Zombies. Maybe Infinity Ward should be doing the campaigns. Like, there should be a new campaign experience released every single year. Maybe even a continuation of that story every single week. They just add a mission for you to continue that story every single week. You know what I mean? I think that's a cool little idea there. Then you've got Sledgehammer. I think Sledgehammer personally should work on multiplayer now after what we've seen with MW3. I think the content they released in MW3 was absolutely fantastic and did an absolutely stellar job with multiplayer. And then I guess most people would probably say that Raven needs to be the ones to look after Warzone. And I think that would suit Call of Duty so much now. I think Call of Duty just has such an issue trying to keep up every year, but it can't deal with the issues that it's getting every year because it's making a new game every single year. Every single fix they make is so pointless because it goes away after, you know, 12 months, 10 months, however many months it is. It just causes so many issues. So I think Call of Duty needs to abandon the yearly release model in order to fix the issues that it currently has, to be able to, you know, make Call of Duty sort of great again. Because right now, we're at the worst period of time with it, right? We've got cheaters, we've got lag, we've got SBMM. You know, SBMM could actually be fine-tuned as well. That's what I'm talking about with SBMM. SBMM could be actually tuned to the point where it's not as overly aggressive as it is at the moment. You know, it seems to change every Call of Duty cycle. You know, some people would say Cold War is more sweaty than MW2. I think some people would agree with that. But you guys let me know down below, do you think Call of Duty needs to change to this, change from its 1 year model release? Let me know down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe notifications on. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.